Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Lee here from Revitalise, connecting people. Hope everyone is keeping well, and welcome to Revitalise ReConnect, where I get the chance to meet with business owners and key influencers from the Scottish business community. And today is a bit different. We're live on our Zoom webcam, and we're in our houses, working from home in our isolation, that way and this way. But I've got the great pleasure to be with a gentleman that I've known for over 6 months now, got to know his business, and I'm also really looking forward to introducing him next week at the first Revitalise virtual business event that'll be held online. And it's the one and only Tom McCrorie from ATOM. How are you doing, Tom?
I'm very good, Lee. How are you?
I'm doing really well. It's quite nice, this, isn't it?
It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd, but I'm kind of slipping into the mentality of it really well, I think. So I've had a couple of virtual meetings over the last couple of days. So this is out of necessity, I think. So I think it's working really well.
I think it's the way forward because, it's an opportunity to not miss that connecting, that engaging, and as I always say, the learnings that you can get from one another.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it massively.
Well.
So what I want to start with everybody today, we're going to do a little bit of a chat with Tom, and we're going to find out a little bit of information that may help you on your business journey and also help you in these certain circumstances that we're in at the moment. But Tom, I've known you for a while now. So when did you start ATOM? When did ATOM all begin?
So I've been in the industry for what seems like actually a blink of an eye, but I've actually been since around 1991, so almost creeping up to 25 years. And in 2007, I started ATOM. And it's been an interesting and tremendous roller coaster ride of fun and ups and downs so far. And yeah, it's great. Every day's a skill day for me, Lee, which is great.
Back in 2007, you've probably been through various different challenges that you've had in that journey.
Sure.
What would you say was the biggest challenge that you went through either recently or over that time from 2007? And how did you overcome it?
So since around about 1996, I've been really, really fortunate. I've worked with some really tremendously great people. I jokingly said to you beforehand, I've worked with some tremendously poor people. So I've learned from some good guys and learned from some bad guys how to do stuff well and how not to do stuff, whether it's dealing with customers or whether it's invoicing or whether it's the day-to-day running of the business or lots of stuff in between that. So one of the hardest things that I had to learn, and actually, in fact, designers are inherently really bad at asking for money. And in 2007, my first client, who in actual fact was a client that I took on when I left my previous employment, so that was actually quite fortunate. But I had no clue how to ask for money. I had no clue how to invoice stuff. I actually had no clue how to cost a project and how to understand the difference between cost and value. So I was kind of learning that on the job, really. And I think I had some pretty honest relationships with that client because I had worked with them before. So one of the first questions that I asked them was, I said, Angus, I have no clue how to cost this job. Genuinely no clue. And Angus said to me, Tom, be yourself and cost it to the value that you see to me. So give me a cost based on the value you think it will have to my business. And that's kind of stuck with me throughout my whole, since 2007 running ATOM, really. So clients will give you some great snippets of advice if you've got that great relationship with them. Just embrace it.
I think it's like when you go into those challenges and you have got that relationship, it's took time to build on it. Yeah. A lot of people look at that. So it's like planting the seed, you build upon that relationship, and then, like you're saying, that relationship works in both companies' favors.
I think so, and I think that's really important to keep that in the back of your mind all the time. What a lot of people forget is it's about relationship building. It's about being really honest with people. A great example was today with a meeting I had with a client who called me in a blind panic, wanting to add some stuff onto a website that designed and had built for them. And they said to me, do you know what, Tom, if we don't get this done, we're going to go belly up in 2 weeks' time. And that really hit it home, that it's about relationships. It's about that honesty. It's about being open and upfront with your customers and your clients. The minute you start to hide stuff, I've worked with companies and been employed by companies who very much buy into the kind of cloak and dagger, smoke and mirror stuff. And I learned not to do that because it doesn't benefit anyone.
No.
It only benefits one part, and it tends to be the agency side. It doesn't benefit the customer, it doesn't benefit the client. So the thing that I learned most was just be honest and be you.
Yeah, I think it's looking at full transparency. So thank you for sharing that. Really. We're talking next week about brand. What is in a brand? You're going to be talking about that on sort of Wednesday lunchtime with us at the virtual business event.
Yeah.
What is going to be the overview? Could you share with us a bit of a synopsis of what your segment is going to be about, and what you could share some tasters for us?
No, top secret, can't tell you.
Hang on, I'll find some money for you. I'll pass it through. Just pass it through the
So what I'm going to try and do is dispel a couple of myths around brand and branding and the difference between it. And it's not. I was at a talk once, actually. It was a Scottish lady who'd done really well in the industry, and she described it as branding. It's definitely not branding, it's branding. and trying to get the difference, trying to get people to understand the difference between brand and branding. What is a brand and what is branding? So that's a kind of overview. I'll hopefully try and lead people on a story through from when I started and the experiences that I gained, and some top tips, I think. Hopefully some top tips as well.
Definitely. It's something like I always say, and we've mentioned this many times, it's sort of looking at the likes of the brand as you more than what your business is, and it's trying to find the balance between the two, or which it is.
Sorry, Lee, I was going to say there's a great saying that your brand is more than just you. Your brand is not your logo, if you like. Your brand is what your customers tell you it is.
Very true, and it's created by them, I think, as well, isn't it? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. There's loads of psychology behind the branding aspect of it, but in actual fact, a lot of people don't quite grasp the difference between what the brand is, what the logo is, what the branding is, and the psychology behind that. And yeah, there's a huge amount involved in it. A huge amount.
Is. And you talked about top tips, and I was going to ask you, what is your sort of best piece of the puzzle as a tip that you would give to everybody out there about branding in general? What would be your top tip in branding their business or themselves?
Sure. Well, again, there's a prevalent saying in the industry, and it's KISS, and it's keep it simple. I don't like the word stupid, so I'll say keep it simple, sweetie. Far too many people overcomplicate the process. They overcomplicate the output. So keep it simple, and whether that's the strategy aspect, which should in actual fact come first, and out of that will be delivered the creation of the brand and the creation of the brand identity around it. And do you know what? Make sure that you get it right first time around, because to pivot after you've had all this stuff done and had everything manufactured, because you've not understood a part of the process, could be quite costly.
Yeah.
So keep it simple, keep the process simple. Keep it simple, sweetie.
Well and truly. Well, Tom, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. Thank you so much for the time. We could have made ourselves a virtual cuppa, and we could have just cheersed each other at the time there. So
could have done. I had a couple of cracking jokes as well, but I can't do it.
Well and truly. Listen, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And we all look forward, myself and Tom look forward to seeing everybody virtually online on Wednesday the 25th, where Tom will be putting his piece as a success spotlight about branding and what is in a brand. Stay tuned. There'll be more Revitalise ReConnects to come very soon over the next coming weeks. Have a great week. Stay safe, and we look forward to speaking to you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now.
Thanks, Lee. Thank you.
See you, Tom.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.